Now, back to the by-election in Melbourne next weekend. Now, there'll be... I think, well, for a start, we'll hear from Julia Gillard, because she certainly is putting the impression out there that it's nothing to do with her.
There's a state by-election going on in Victoria, and it's a state government by-election, and of course the voters of Melbourne understand that they're voting for a seat in the state parliament.
Are you confident that you'll retain it this time?
Oh, look, this is a question for the Victorian ALP. It's a state government seat.
Given the nature of the debate, though, that the Labor Party itself whipped up and has been running for a week, how can they not, when they're trying to make a judgment between Labor and the Greens, how can they not ignore what's going on at the federal level? Surely it's the dominant theme.
The timing of this whole debate in Labor is just throwing this by-election into national focus. No one had really paid any attention to it outside Victoria until about a week ago. Yep. I think it's without a doubt that it's worrying Labor in Melbourne that attacks on progressive people and what they stand for coming out of the New South Wales right is not the last thing they needed in what's going to be a tight election here. As for whether it has as consequences for Julia Gillard's leadership, that's still a little nebulous, although some well-meaning soul did leak some polling during the week showing that the federal government's unpopularity also is playing into this as well. So it's sort of like two...
Well, so there's a 3 times bigger issue, the federal issues, the negatives, federal rather than state, but I guess that's a question of who leaked it. If that was leaked by the Victorian Labor Party, was trying to take the blame away from themselves and put it where they think it belongs, or it could be even more mischievous than that. It could be somebody aiming to hurt Julia Gillard.
Undermine Julia Gillard.
Or use this to kickstart the leadership.
It depends whether it was leaked in Sydney or Melbourne, I think.
Well, I think, and also, you know, Joel Fitzgibbon's outbursts on the Greens are primarily because he's frustrated with the Greens, but don't forget, he's also frustrated with Julia Gillard, and he has a secondary motive there in a lesser sense as well.
And that's why it makes people nervous, I think, in the Labor. Certainly Gillard supporters nervous when you see Joel Fitzgibbon and Sam Dastyari on the same page on anything. They think, hang on, what's going on here?
But the logic of this debate it inexorably goes back to the Gillard leadership. The problem with the relations with the Greens, there wouldn't be that problem had there not been a hung parliament after the last election. The last election would not have been held then if Julia Gillard and her advisers, including many in the New South Wales right, gone very quickly to an election. She wouldn't be there if they hadn't rolled Kevin Rudd. And truly, there's a strong link, and you can't deny it.
Again, she might have won the election with a majority had it not been for the Rudd leaks.
Yeah. But Kevin Rudd may not have been dumped as Prime Minister if the Greens had passed the emissions trading scheme in 2009. And that's why we talk about agendas here, just sort of out of nowhere. Penny Wong gave it. She came in off the long run on Monday night in Brisbane to do a speech to the Fabian Society, and she had that speech written before this all blew up, and basically said, you started this, you clowns. You know, if you hadn't blocked this thing, blocked the ETS in December 2nd, 2009, set in train. We're now at the point where, you know, the ETS is looking very ephemeral because should Tony Abbott get in, as is the polls indicate he will, and Greg Hunt said last week there won't be a price on carbon for 20 years if we get in. So there's a lot of this frustration in Labor now has been around since the Greens blocked the first emissions trading scheme.
And that chain of events also includes the change of leadership on the opposition side from Malcolm Turnbull to Tony Abbott, which was also a direct result.
Now, the Greens will argue they blocked that because it was a bad scheme and so forth, but that then brings into this, you know, you get something's better than nothing.